Imagine standing at the edge of a mighty African river, the sun glinting off the water, and suddenly realizing you're not alone. Beneath the surface, a pair of ancient eyes watches you. Could it be a crocodile, silently gliding just below the ripples? Or maybe, just a few meters away, a massive hippopotamus rises from the depths, its nostrils flaring as it surveys its watery kingdom. These rivers are home to some of the most impressive and powerful animals on Earth, and sharing the water with them would be an unforgettable experience. The rivers of Africa are teeming with life, but none are more awe-inspiring than the crocodile and the hippopotamus. These two giants have ruled these waters for millions of years, shaping the ecosystem around them. From the air, you can see their massive shapes moving through the water, sometimes side by side, sometimes keeping a wary distance. The riverbanks are alive with activity, as herds of animals come to drink, always keeping a watchful eye out for these formidable river dwellers. Crocodiles and hippos are truly the giants of their watery world. Crocodiles can grow up to 20 feet long and weigh over 1,000 pounds, while hippos can tip the scales at more than 3,000 pounds. Underwater, their size and strength are even more impressive. They move with surprising grace, gliding through the murky depths, their massive bodies perfectly adapted for life in the river. It's a world where only the strongest survive, and these two animals are at the very top of the food chain. Crocodiles are like living dinosaurs, unchanged for millions of years. Their powerful jaws are lined with razor-sharp teeth, capable of crushing bone with a single snap. Their tails are like muscular whips, propelling them through the water at lightning speed. With their armored skin and stealthy movements, crocodiles are the ultimate ambush predators. They can wait for hours, barely moving until the perfect moment to strike. When they do, it's with explosive power and precision. But don't be fooled by the hippo's round, almost comical appearance. Hippos are among the most dangerous animals in Africa. Their jaws can open wider than any other land mammal, revealing enormous tusks that can crush anything in their path. Despite their size, hippos can run faster than a human on land and move swiftly through the water. They are fiercely territorial and will defend their stretch of river with surprising aggression. When a hippo charges, even crocodiles know to get out of the way. These two giants share the same rivers, but their relationship is anything but friendly. Crocodiles and hippos often find themselves in close quarters, and tensions can run high. Sometimes they ignore each other, each going about their business. But when food is scarce or a territory is threatened, things can get heated. A single look or a sudden movement can spark a confrontation, and the results can be dramatic. When these two river giants meet face to face, it's a true clash of titans. The crocodile relies on stealth and power, while the hippo uses its sheer size and aggression. Sometimes a standoff is enough. Neither animal wants to risk injury. But other times the river erupts in a flurry of splashing water, snapping jaws, and bellowing roars. It's a battle for dominance, and only the bravest or the luckiest will come out on top. So who will win in this epic showdown of river giants? Will the crocodile's cunning and power prevail, or will the hippo's strength and determination rule the day? The answer isn't always clear, and that's what makes the rivers of Africa so fascinating. Every encounter is a new story, a new battle, and a new chance to witness the incredible drama of nature unfold right before our eyes. Deep in the heart of Africa, winding rivers cut through vast landscapes, creating a world teeming with life. Among the most fascinating creatures that call these rivers home are crocodiles and hippos. Though they share the same watery domain, these two giants of the river have very different ways of living, and their territories often overlap in surprising ways. The African River is a place of constant movement and hidden drama, where every day brings new stories of survival and adaptation. Crocodiles are masters of camouflage and patience. During the heat of the day, you'll often find them stretched out on the muddy banks, soaking up the sun's warmth. This behavior is more than just relaxation. It helps regulate their body temperature, since crocodiles are cold-blooded and rely on the sun to stay active. Their tough, scaly skin blends perfectly with the mud, making them almost invisible to unsuspecting prey and even to the casual observer. As the day goes on, crocodiles become even more alert. They position themselves at the water's edge, barely moving, their eyes and nostrils just above the surface. This is the perfect spot for an ambush. With lightning speed, they can lunge at fish swimming by or even snatch a bird that comes too close. Their powerful jaws and stealthy movements make them some of the most effective predators in the river ecosystem. Yet, despite their fearsome reputation, crocodiles are also vulnerable when basking. so they remain ever watchful for threats. Hippos, on the other hand, have a very different relationship with the river. These massive animals spend most of their daylight hours almost completely submerged, with only their eyes, ears, and nostrils poking above the water's surface. The river is their sanctuary, providing both protection from the sun and a safe haven from predators. Hippos are social creatures, often gathering in large groups called pods, where they can be seen lounging together in the cool water, occasionally grunting or splashing. The African sun can be relentless, and hippos have developed unique ways to cope with the heat. By wallowing in the water or mud, they keep their massive bodies cool and their sensitive skin protected from sunburn. Their skin secretes a natural sunscreen, a reddish, oily substance that helps prevent dehydration and infection. Watching a group of hippos wallow is a reminder of how perfectly adapted they are to their environment, using the river not just for survival, but for comfort and community. As the sun sets and the air cools, the riverbank comes alive with new activity. Hippos, who have spent the day in the water, now emerge onto land in search of food. Under the cover of darkness, they travel surprisingly long distances, sometimes several kilometers, to graze on fresh grass. Their nightly journeys are essential for their health, as they consume vast amounts of vegetation to sustain their enormous size. Meanwhile, crocodiles remain ever watchful, blending into the shadows, waiting for the next opportunity. In this wild and dynamic world, every creature has its place, and the river continues to flow, carrying the stories of where the wild things are. A crocodile's day is simple. It hunts for food, basks in the sun, and sleeps. Crocodiles are patient hunters. They wait for their prey to come close before attacking with lightning speed. Hippos spend most of their day in the water. They are very social animals and live in groups called pods. They graze on land at night, eating up to 80 pounds of grass each. When a crocodile and a hippo meet, it's a tense moment. The crocodile will often hiss and puff itself up to look bigger. It might even open its mouth wide to show off its sharp teeth. The hippo will yawn, showing off its enormous teeth. It might grunt or snort, warning the crocodile to stay away. Both animals are trying to intimidate each other. They want to avoid a fight if possible. In the wild, the riverbanks are often scenes of uneasy peace, but every so often that peace is shattered by a dramatic confrontation. Sometimes a fight does break out between two of Africa's most formidable creatures, the mighty hippopotamus and the fearsome crocodile. These encounters are rare, but when they do happen, they are nothing short of spectacular, a true clash of titans that leaves onlookers in awe. Such a battle might erupt if a crocodile dares to venture too close to a hippo's calf. Hippos are fiercely protective parents, and their calves are the pride of the pod. Any perceived threat, especially from a stealthy predator like a crocodile, is met with immediate and overwhelming force. The adult hippos will not hesitate to defend their young, forming a living wall between the calf and danger. And sometimes, this means launching a full-scale attack on the intruder. But it's not always about the calves. Sometimes, a particularly bold or desperate crocodile will test its luck, venturing into hippo territory in search of food, or simply asserting its dominance. Crocodiles are apex predators, and their confidence is matched only by their cunning. Yet, even the bravest crocodile must weigh the risks, for hippos are not to be trifled with. Their sheer size and unpredictable nature make them one of the most dangerous animals in Africa. When these two giants finally collide, the result is a fearsome spectacle. The river explodes into chaos as the crocodile and hippo engage in a primal battle for survival and territory. The air is filled with the sounds of splashing water, guttural grunts, and snapping jaws. It's a moment where raw power and ancient instincts take center stage, and neither animal is willing to back down easily. The water churns and splashes violently as these two giants clash, sending waves rippling across the river. Each movement is a display of brute strength and determination. The crocodile, with its muscular tail and armored body, tries to maneuver for the perfect strike, while the hippo uses its bulk to push and shove, creating a maelstrom of foam and fury. The river becomes a battleground, and every second counts in this high-stakes encounter. The crocodile's main weapon is its powerful jaws, lined with razor-sharp teeth capable of crushing bone. With lightning speed, it lunges forward, snapping at the hippo in an attempt to land a devastating bite. Its strategy is to latch onto a vulnerable spot, perhaps a leg or the thick skin around the hippo's neck. But the hippo's hide is tough, and its reflexes are surprisingly quick for such a large animal. The crocodile must be both patient and precise, knowing that a single mistake could prove fatal. The hippo, on the other hand, is a powerhouse of muscle and aggression. It defends itself with its massive size and strength, charging at the crocodile with jaws wide open. A hippo's bite is legendary, capable of snapping a crocodile in half. But it's not just about biting. The hippo will use its entire body as a weapon, ramming and shoving with incredible force. Its display of dominance is enough to make even the boldest crocodile think twice. In the heat of battle, the hippo might bite back with its enormous tusks or use its massive head to ram the crocodile, sending it tumbling through the water. These confrontations are brutal and often short-lived, as both animals know the risks involved. Sometimes, the crocodile manages to escape with only minor injuries, but other times, the hippo's ferocity proves overwhelming. In the end, these epic clashes remind us of the raw power and unpredictability of nature, where survival is never guaranteed and every day is a test of strength and courage. Most of the time, though, crocodiles know better than to mess with hippos. Hippos are much bigger and stronger than crocodiles. A single bite from a hippo can crush a crocodile's skull. That's why crocodiles usually try to avoid adult hippos. They know they'll lose in a fight. But what about baby hippos? Are they in danger from crocodiles? Crocodiles do sometimes try to attack baby hippos. Baby hippos are much smaller than adults and they're not as strong. However, even baby hippos are well protected. The other hippos in the pod will quickly come to the baby's rescue. They will chase the crocodile away and protect their young. So, why are hippos not afraid of crocodiles? It all comes down to size and strength. Hippos are much bigger and stronger than crocodiles. They have powerful jaws and sharp teeth that can inflict serious damage. Crocodiles know this, and they usually steer clear of adult hippos. They know they'll lose in a fight. In the battle of crocodile versus hippo, the hippo is the clear winner. They are the true kings and queens of the river. They are big, strong, and fearless. So the next time you see a picture of a crocodile and a hippo, remember, don't mess with the hippo. They are the bosses of the river.